This is for Mike because I can't figure out how to do a longer. Not sure. Facebook video thing isn't quite being long enough. I don't think so. I made some stuff to talk about this because I realized when I was starting to make it that it looks a bit like DNA relation stuff, and so I thought, well, if I want to understand spirals and so forth, I should probably understand this better. So that's my reasoning for wanting to continue with this, aside from just sheer curiosity. So this is about basketball and the Earth, and if you're to do the same thing on the basketball as you were to do with the Earth, and trying to get those scales to show you what I mean by the ability to see curvature. You can see a curvature of a basketball very easily, but that you cannot see it with the Earth so well. So to do it the similar way, 11 inches. Why did I start with 11 inches? Oh, right, because that's the radius then of the basketball. So I want to do the same thing on here because the radius of the basketball is 11 inches then. So that's also going to be going to do the same radius of the Earth type of thing with that. So that is because I need to have the appropriate scale to being able to do, because you're saying about going 30 feet out. So I'm going to go, okay, 30 feet, this is in relation to that. There's about six scales in there. I needed to make sure I got the same amount of scales. So I did 11, started with that. Got me at 280,000. And that's not enough to get, because I tried to do that on this page. And I was like, oh, shoot, I only have 4 if I'm going to go with microns, because that's the next scale. And 11 inches is 280,000 microns. Because of figuring this stuff out, because that's 11 inches and I don't have that. I just did the math, and so that's what it is. Then I got to the microns, and from the microns it is 1,000 again or something like that to, where was I at? It was 1 micron is 1,000 nano, and 1,000 micron, is 1 millimeter. That's how I got there. Okay. So the relation then is between that, to, instead of doing macro, have it be nano, because that gives you another 1,000 to work with, and so that makes for having 6 scales right there, and doing, instead of 30, doing 300 out, which I kind of just hope you don't mind, because that's the only way I can really do it. And it's so small that you want to have more of it anyways to make it usable, because 300 nanometers for the walking is also 0.3 microns, which is also 0.0003 millimeters, which is really hard to demonstrate, because that's like, oh, you've already gone over it. Crap. So this is overall the idea of that you're so small in relation to the Earth that, like, you can't really see all that far out, and so of course you're not going to see the curvature because, well, it's so gigantic, as opposed to a basketball in relation to your size, 6 feet, in relation to all that stuff. And if you did the same thing, and then the height of you would be about what? We're going with 30 feet out and then 6 feet up, so then 300 nanometers out, and then I guess 60 nanometers high or 6 nanometers high, whichever way you want to do it. It is small in comparison with the overall object you're speaking about. Because the radius of an 11-inch basketball is 28 million nanometers. No, not 28 million, 280 million. So, does this help?